Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Recovery Inspired, your source of insight and inspiration for conquering mental illness and addiction. My name's Devin, and today we will talk about exercise and mental health, how it's about more than just improving our fitness, but our mental fitness as well. Would you like to live a more inspired life? If so, check the link in the description box below for your inspired cheat sheet. And now, let's dive into today's topic, exercise and mental health.
Healing, growth, transformation, recovery inspired.
Exercise is a huge asset in our mental health treatment. When we get moving, we help our bodies to help our minds by improving cardiovascular health, which increases the oxygenation in our brains. While we're exercising, we also release a flood of neurotransmitters called endorphins, or feel-good chemicals. You may be familiar with some of these: serotonin, dopamine, and so on. We also decrease the stress hormone cortisol and some of those related to it, which again improves those feelings of well-being. There's also a neurotransmitter called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which has been called miracle grow for the brain. If you imagine the wear and tear of stress in our neural pathways, like that in the roads of your city where you get those potholes, BDNF is like something that goes in and repairs those potholes. But one of the only ways we get it is by vigorous activity where we end up sweating. So the next time you're sweating, just know you're repairing those pathways in your brain that the stresses of life can damage. One of the ways that exercise is thought to improve mental well-being is through neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity means that our brains are changeable. The ways that we used to think don't have to be the ways that we always think. That's the game of mental health recovery. In this journey, we have to learn to replace destructive, self-defeating thoughts with more positive and empowering ones. And so using exercise as a way to increase that change in brain patterns is once again a huge asset in recovering from things like depression, anxiety, bipolar, and so on. A story to illustrate the importance of movement for our brains is that of the sloth. Those cartoon sloths and their animal equivalents, they have tiny brains. But the ancient sloths, the big gnarly ones of prehistoric days, well, they had comparatively large brains. And that's because they were recruiting those neural pathways to get around and find food. But modern sloths, they live hand in mouth. Eucalyptus, mouth, sleep, done. And the fossil record shows that as they evolved towards that, they used less and less of the brain, it got smaller and smaller. And so this informs our own personal lifestyles and how important it is to get moving. Exercise has been shown by a large body of research to be one of the very best things that we can do for our mental wellness. It improves mood, energy, clarity, confidence, sleep, dietary choices, and more. All of these things combined are as effective as an antidepressant for depression. It's mind-blowing, but it's true. Now, I'm not saying to get off your meds, to stop seeing a counselor, but simply to say that introducing or increasing the amount of exercise you have in your life might be that thing that leads you to the breakthrough, helping you to experience a abiding sense of wellness as you face mental health issues. Right? The same is true for anxiety. There was one study, and which is linked below, that shows that after a clinical intervention of exercise, months after it was stopped, there was still a reduction in symptoms. Wow. Wouldn't it be worth it to get started with an exercise routine to improve your mental health? René Dumont said that if exercise was sold in pill form, it would be the #1 pill on the market because its benefits are endless. In passing, I heard another expert on exercise say that if it was sold in pill form, it would be one of the most valuable substances on the face of the earth. Now the question is, how can you get started with your exercise routine? Sarah Perry, the writer, has a quote which I will very loosely paraphrase. Most people make the on-ramp to exercise way too high. They get on it and say, this is not enjoyable, and if we don't enjoy it, we're not going to do it. So the key to making exercise a part of your life is to make that on-ramp nice and gradual so that as we're going up it, we feel as if, yeah, I like doing this. And if we like doing it, then we'll keep doing it. And if we keep doing it, we'll start to reap those benefits for our mental well-being. If you are already someone who exercises, consistency is the name of the game. But if you don't exercise at all right now, starting small is the key. My recommendation is to start by stretching. It's mild and gentle and only slightly uncomfortable, but it'll help you to get that ball rolling so you can start building up from it with a walk around the block or a few push-ups and so on. But seeing yourself as someone who exercises is really the game changer. When you begin to take on the identity of an active person, well, then it naturally translates into an exercise routine that is not only effective for reducing anxiety and depression, helping to increase those feelings of well-being, but it's something that you look forward to. To sum up, exercise helps our body to help our minds. When our bodies are operating at peak efficiency, so too can our minds. Exercise increases our energy, our mood, helps us sleep better, think more clearly, feel more confident, and so much more. Not only that, it reduces our depression, it reduces our anxiety, and the best way to feel these benefits is by getting started and starting small. Once we've gotten started with physical activity, we just slowly build up from there. If you found this video to be helpful, please like and subscribe. Has exercise been a part of your mental health journey? If not, would you like to get started? Comment down below. And don't forget to get your inspired cheat sheet at the link in the description box. That's all I've got. Until next time, stay inspired.